Projectors and friends of projectors, welcome. It is a pleasure to have you here. Today we are going to talk all about the projector energy and what it means to wait for an invitation, as well as how it looks and feels when you do not wait for an invitation, and maybe why you want to reconsider waiting for the invitation instead. Now, the first thing we need to understand with your beautiful projector energy is that you are all like the beautiful eagles who are flying above in the sky. You have a bird's eye view of life. And you can look down and you can see where the people who were walking on the ground, for example, the generators and the manifesting generators and the manifestors and the reflectors, walking on the ground, you can see what they're doing. And as a projector, you've got this bird's eye view and you can go, oh, it's ideal if you go over here. Oh, I suggest you go over here. This is in your best interest. You have this wisdom within you, this natural wisdom that gives you this ability to be a magnificent guide and a leader in this world. You are here to embody that energy. Now, that wisdom and that ability to lead within you, it requires recognition. Recognition is very important for you. Being recognized for your wisdom and for your natural talents to lead and guide is nurturing and nourishing for your body, mind, and spirit. Now, you feel recognized and you feel seen when you share your wisdom only after you have been invited to share the knowledge and the wisdom and the guidance that you have. That is why your strategy is to wait for an invitation or to wait to be acknowledged. Because what you're doing is, ideally, you're not going around town just sharing your wisdom and your knowledge and your insights with everyone, because not everyone is ready to receive your invites. Your aura, the projected aura, is deeply focused like a lighthouse. It shines a light on what it is looking at and it brings these insights to the surface. Not everyone is ready or willing or interested to be in your beautiful lighthouse spotlight. That makes people who don't invite your wisdom uncomfortable. However, if you do shine the spotlight on the people who say, hey, what do you think about this? Or do you have any insights or opinions that you can add about this? Oh, I'm so confused. There's an opening of the energy. You share that wisdom then, that deep, penetrating lighthouse energy of an aura that you have that is shining on the other people. They bathe in that light and they go, oh, wow. You are really giving me information that is so supportive and useful right now. Thank you. Then you feel recognized. You feel seen. And then it's basically your chakras aligning, going ding, 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 ding. I feel seen. I feel recognized. I am the most authentic and powerful version of myself right now. That is why waiting to receive an invitation or to be acknowledged, where the energy opens and you can share your insights, is so important for you. Now, I do have another video. It's actually an audio and I'll put the link above, which goes into more detail about being a projector. And if you want to understand, if you want a deeper dive of that energy, please click on that above. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do something that I haven't done before, is I'm going to share stories, two stories about projectors, from projectors, who have not waited for the invitations or who have not felt that recognition energy, and I'm going to tell you how it's impacted their world, how it has expressed itself, okay? Because I believe that sometimes when you know the opposite of what you meant to do, it makes it easier to recognize when you're in that energy, go, oh, hang on. Yeah, I see what's going on here now. I actually need to wait for an invitation. I see that I wasn't doing that. Let me tell the story and you will maybe understand what I'm saying. So story number 1, we will start very simply. Now, this is about a beautiful woman. We're going to call her Sarah. She has strong projector energy, and she even has a lot of projected gates. Now, you can tell if you have projected gates because if you look at the gates that you have, there's a dot and then a number after it. If they have dot 2 or dot 5, that's projected energy. Now, Sarah has projected energy in both of her Mercury gates, so her conscious and her unconscious Mercury gates. Sarah is very projectory and I love it. Now, Sarah is a nutritionist. Sarah is all about eating healthy food, all about how you nourish the body, all about well-being. Interestingly, Sarah is married to a man who doesn't really care about his diet. He eats a lot of processed food, a lot of fatty foods, a lot of fried foods, a lot of foods that Sarah watches and goes, oh, I really know that that's not good for you. And it's an interesting dynamic between them. Sarah often watches her husband get out the pie from the freezer and the frozen chips and puts it in the oven for lunch every single day. And sometimes it reaches a point where Sarah goes, oh my God, inside she's like, oh, you can do so much better than this. And she says to her husband, she says, isn't there a better choice? Isn't there a healthier choice? Don't you know how much fat's in that? She's trying to share wisdom. Sometimes it's quite abrupt. Sometimes it comes across in more of a friendly tone. But the point is, sometimes it reaches a point where Sarah just wants to go, hey, you can do better. Look at all these choices that you have. Now, what do you think happens when Sarah shares the information in that way when it's not invited? It starts fights. It starts a lot of bickering between her and her husband because her husband is not interested in that moment in having the light, Sarah's light, projector light, shined on him, going, hey, look through the light, look at the food that you're eating. Maybe there's a better choice. He's going, oh, get that light off me. I don't care. Go away. It's a very uncomfortable situation for both of them. On the flip side, Sarah does have times where her husband comes to her and says, oh, my belly's not great, or I'm quite bloated right now. Do you think do you have any suggestions? Can you help me out? And Sarah inside goes, ding, 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 ding. Is her projector energy lighting up? She's like, oh, yes, I do have suggestions for you. Then she can go to town on sharing all the wisdom and the information, the insights that she has to help her husband. And they are received beautifully by him because he has invited her to share her knowledge and wisdom. He has said, hey, Sarah, I'm ready for you to shine that spotlight on me right now because I would like your help and guidance. It's a win-win situation when you wait for the invitation. So do you see what I mean in how it feels to wait for the invitation as opposed to when you do not? Because when you do not, you are inviting that feeling of feeling unseen, of bitterness, which is your not self energy. You want to feel successful. You want to feel contentment. You want to feel a sense of achievement. Waiting for an invitation helps you do that. Now, I'm going to share a second story, which is a bit of a deeper dive into a projector's life and how feeling unseen has impacted this person. Now, this is a beautiful man who is a projector, and he was involved in quite a large accident a number of years ago. This person was driving a car, and there were some long-term repercussions from the accident that this person was in. Now, as a projector, what's happened in this situation after the accident occurred, this person felt responsible for the long-term repercussions that happened to other people who were in the car. Okay? They felt so responsible that from a projector perspective, they felt like they had done the opposite of guided the people around them. They did the opposite of share wisdom, of sharing insights. They feel like it's like they let the people down. They're bitter about the experience. They were not that eagle flying in the sky, able to see a better way of doing things. Instead, they felt like an eagle lying on the ground who was wounded. He does not recognize that he is still worthy of being a guide, of sharing his wisdom. He does not recognize that he is still worthy to be in this world and own his power. This beautiful man does not work. This beautiful man struggles to be a part of the world. This beautiful man is hiding away because rather than shining his light on the people who ask for it, he doesn't want to shine his light on anyone, including himself. He wants to hide away. He has developed a deep sense of depression. Now, I understand that could happen to anyone, as I said before, after being in a big accident. But for this beautiful projector feeling so disconnected from his ability to guide other people in the world, he felt like he failed, has put him into depression and has created a whole bunch of health issues as well. The first step for this projector person to step out of that deep funk that they're in is to notice even the small achievements that they make in daily life. They need to start self-celebrating themselves, because when you self-celebrate even the tiny achievements that you make, you start to feel seen. You feel recognized. Your light begins to open and shine again and shine brighter. And when you allow that light to shine out of you again, it can begin shining on others. And it's when he's able to open that light up to shine from outside of him and then on to other people that he is owning his most authentic power, and he will feel the healthiest and happiest that he can be. But in this situation, it's like there's a massive block that's been put in front of that light. That's like there's no light there. The light's not coming out. He needs to start opening up his ability to shine the light. He could start self-celebrating the fact that he made dinner, or whatever he cooked, whatever he made for his meal. I did that. Yeah, yay for me. Cool. Or he could celebrate the fact that he read a book. He's like, I dedicated myself to reading this book and I really enjoyed it. That was self-care time for me. Well done. My point is that in this projector situation, getting recognition from the outside world, no matter how much he receives, doesn't seem to be making a difference because the light switch is being turned off and he needs to turn the light on inside first. Start self-celebrating, start acknowledging all the tiny achievements so that you can build on that, and then acknowledge the larger achievements, and then other people will want to be in that aura as well of that beautiful light. Now that is a bit of a heavy, convoluted story, but I hope you understand the message within that for projectors is that the purpose of waiting for an invitation, the purpose of waiting to be acknowledged, is that it helps you feel seen when you share your wisdom. It helps you feel recognized for who you truly are. And that is all, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, that you are craving, and not just sharing this wisdom willy-nilly. It's a weird term. That's not going to get you that feeling of being seen that you really crave on a subconscious and probably a conscious level as well. Your cells, your body's cells notice and love it when you feel seen, when you feel recognized. It's like they become this stronger version of themselves. Every cell of your body lights up and it's like, yes, I'm doing what I need to do now. And then all the biochemistry in your body becomes more efficient. The vitamins, minerals, the amino acids, the enzymes can move far more efficiently through your body. It's like they're activated when you feel seen and when you feel recognized. Now that is it, my friends, in a nutshell. And if you have received any benefit from this video, I would adore it if you could please click the like button, maybe even subscribe, or feel free to share this video with someone that you care about. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon.